Hi, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your May 23rd, 2024 full moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm, which gets it seen by more people. So, thank you so very much for doing so. I wouldn't be here without you guys. So, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly, guide this reading, and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels, and spirit guides. Fantastic. Okay. Actually, not going to layer these so much before we start turning them over. Perfect. We are crowned here by the Three of Cups. I love that this is your crowning card, Sagittarius, because this full moon is in Sagittarius and it is a powerful, beautiful moon. And so it being in Sagittarius just amplifies that power for you. We're going to see that this moon, which is on, again, the 23rd of May, is going to be we're going to see the intentions that we set. Set down on paper, set within our souls, that we set on what was it? It was 6 months ago, okay? On the 12th of December, we're going to see those intentions coming forward now. And I know that we usually think of things that it's like, oh, you set your intentions with the new moon and then the full moon, 15 days later, you get to see them fulfilled. And life works slower than that, which is annoying, but also it makes a lot of sense. And so here with the Three of Cups, there is that sense of beauty, of celebration, of really right now, it's like I know who I love and I know who I trust and I know what it is that I want to move forward with. And there's that type of deep knowing that is coming with this full moon. So even if you are saying, Dane, like, I don't have anybody like that in my life, you are going to find that there's a path that you're moving down and a path that you are moving towards that is opening up doors to love and connection in ways that you hadn't imagined it could. The Three of Cups are the people in the upright position, are the people who raise their glass to you, who celebrate you. They can also be the people that we overlook because it's like, well, I don't have to work hard for your acceptance, but that person over there doesn't seem to like me, so I'm going to drop everything and get them to, pay attention to me. It moves us then to the Ace of Wands. And with the full moon in Sagittarius, with us being Sagittarians, this is a gift for us. And so the Ace of Wands comes in, it's fire, it's tenacity, it's brilliance, it's determination, it is letting ourselves shine. It is letting our imagination grow. I love that this is, a flower coming out of a book. It's like the extraordinary gets to be part of our ordinary. And that is going to be absolutely beautiful for us. Now, the throat chakra was just hit, the throat in the heart chakra. So we're going to see ourselves becoming more vocal in our world, like really embracing our voice, really moving forward in the power of our voice and also in the power of what we love for our heart chakra. It moves us then to strength. This is strong Leo energy coming through, a time frame of July 23rd to August 22nd. But if we have Leo in our chart, if we have Leo in our lives, this comes through very powerfully. But this is also us being astoundingly strong. But for me, the strength card, excuse me, I'm going to cough. For me, the strength card is the strength that we usually overlook, right? It's not the strength that we see in big muscle builders or in tyrannical people who are demanding that you pay attention to them or demanding that you notice. This is a very quiet strength. This is always the strength that makes me think of my great grandmother, who, when I knew her, was in her 90s. And it's a strength that you overlook. You think, oh, that person can't be strong. And then you realize, oh my gosh, that person is beyond the realms of strong. And so this is embracing our strength. And just remember, other people might not see it. And it's not for them to see. Our lives and our path forward is not for everybody else. It is our life. And therefore, it is for us. It moves us then to the Hierophant, strong Taurus energy. This is the time frame that we've, just come out of during this full moon, right? The full moon is on the 23rd. the Taurus time frame ends on the 20th of May. So the Taurus time frame is April 20th to May 20th. And this is good energy for us. So if we have Taurus energy in our chart, if we have Taurus energy in our life, that comes through very, very, very positively. And even the time frame could have been very positive. Even if you went through things that were negative, you're going to see that in the long run, it like gets you to a place that you're like, oh wow, this is astounding that it got me here, or this is so wild, the path that I have taken. It brings us then to the Queen of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This is the most feminine of all the queens. So I remember one of my tarot teachers was like, she's the most wonderful of all the queens, the most nurturing, the most loving, second only to the Empress. But she is also the most of what we expect a queen to be, or expect female energy to be: nurturing, sacrificing, caring, loving. So here, it's going to be like, oh, I'm stepping into that energy. I'm stepping into that healing. I'm stepping into that love. I'm stepping into that beauty that is supposed to be. And sometimes it's supposed to be, but we don't experience it in our life. So here we're going to see that energy coming forward very, very beautifully. Oh my gosh, we then have the King of Cups. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, so whenever we have the King and the Queen of the same suit from the same deck together, it's a soulmate connection, true love connection. And like, this is just love, man. This is just love. When the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups come together, it's a chill couple. It's not people who have to always be arguing and this thing and that thing. It's very low key, but it's beautiful. It's like my heart talks to your heart. So if you're looking for love, just know that this energy can be something that we overlook, because in our storybooks, in our, in our media, love is something bigger, right? It has to be exclaimed in the rain, as the person sweeps you up. I'm thinking Notebook energy here, even though I've never read or watched the Notebook. But I'm just thinking of that cover. That cover just came into mind. So looking at this here, this is something much, much, much more gentle. This is something very quiet, but very, very lasting and very strong. So being aware of this during this time, this is also the sacred masculine energy of ourselves and the sacred feminine energy of ourselves coming together in a powerful, unbelievable way, really embracing our emotions. And then we have the Page of Pentacles reversed, because of course we cannot have a full reading with all the cards in the upright position. The Page of Pentacles reverse is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, we have strong Taurus energy here. So just be noted that this is also inner child energy. And we could be looking at things and kind of battling during this time, not kind of, but battling during this time, being worthy of prosperity. And also believing that the seeds that we plant are worth something. The power of who we are is worth something. So just be mindful about this, because when the pages come forward, they're student cards, right? Also, they are inner child cards, they're student cards, they are also, kids in our own life, or uh, energy that is rather immature. There can be somebody who's rather immature about money. Like, this is a person where you're like, no, you don't get to have my credit card because you will spend, like nobody's business type of thing. With the Page of Pentacles reverse, this can be a child who needs to be grounded. So just know that. Just know, if you have children, if you work with children, that there's a grounding element during this time that needs to come forward, because there's going to be almost a feeling of like, everything happens to me. Like, I get told what to do. I get told how to be all the time. I don't have any say in my own existence. Energy is coming forward from this card. But then also echoing back this to our own inner child, it's that same feeling. Like, my life happens to me. I move when somebody else tells me to move. I go to school because somebody else tells me to do this. It's kind of like, even things we know, okay, this is really good for me to do. It's like, but I didn't have the say over it. So just be mindful about that energy during this time, where we need to connect with our inner child. We need to, embrace our inner child and say, what you are working towards is so important. So if we do the inner child meditation, taking a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you, and see yourself as the adult you are now, holding your arms open to the child that you once were, and see that child running into your arms and you swooping them up in the biggest hug, and tell them, I love you. I will always love you. I will always believe in you. I will always listen to you. I will always create the world with you. Color and laugh and dance and play. I'm here for you. Through it all. And what you want matters. What you want to plant, what you want to grow, how you want your life to be matters. And this is going to be very, very relevant, Sagittarius, if you had seen relationships in your life that were very chaotic, that felt like one person had all the control over the other. Here with the King and Queen of Cups, this is also a healing around relationships. So either you saw it in your parents, guardians, whomever's relationship, and you're like, not me, or you experienced it yourself in a relationship where somebody else really had the say, really had the power. You were trying to keep things, calm and happy and copacetic, and it just was like, it was exhausting. This is a moving towards healing that is astounding and beautiful, and I'm so happy it showed up here. Like, I'm tickled. I'm absolutely tickled. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Now, if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a flower in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced on Sunday. So good luck to everyone. And if you're interested in purchasing a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. Everything has been updated, so go check that out. I think you all will be very happy with what you see. Angels and spirit guides. Ooh, this one. Centered. Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be a time where, it feels like the stars are aligning. It feels like everything is great. But we also need to remember to center ourselves, to ground ourselves, and to really, be present in the moment, but to be balanced within ourselves. We don't want to be like a roller coaster ride, because we've been like a roller coaster ride for too long. The world has been crazy. We've been affected by it. Everything has been totally intense. And now it's like, okay, I need to find my center again. And centered reverse is like, okay, I get it that I am not completely in balance or in alignment with me. And I need to start making that a priority. Instead of making everything else a priority, I need to make centering myself and showing up for myself a priority. It moves us then to our chakra message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Ooh, I love how your cards are just bouncing out. I'm not surprised to see psychic development here reversed, because we do have the King and Queen of Cups coming through, which again, I'm just thrilled about. But with it reversed, it's like, it's a lot. And especially since somewhere along the way, is when we were younger, we were told that the seeds that we were planting or what we wanted, somebody scoffed at, somebody laughed at. And it doesn't mean that it had to be when we were little kids, right? Under the age of 10. It can be when we were even in our early 20s, right? That somebody laughed at our dreams, or we realized, wow, that's really preposterous. Do you know how rare that is? And then we kind of gave up on it, but didn't give up on it. So here, just being aware of that during this time, because this is the third eye chakra, and the third eye chakra is also linked with our dreams and what we desire. If we open ourselves up to psychic development, okay, which is something else that we were very connected with spirit when we were younger. I say very, but it's varying degrees to each person. I myself had a very fun time with spirit when I was younger. And, somewhere along the way, you learn that, oh, this is silly. Oh, people don't get this. Oh, this is preposterous. And even, you could be damned for it. And Spirit is saying here, open up to your connection with you. You don't have to call it psychic. You can call it intuition. You can call it sensitivity. Call it whatever you like. But it's being in alignment with your body. It's being centered within your own body. And it's listening. It's listening to the world around you. And it's listening to your body, your soul, and yourself. And all of a sudden, the doors will open. All of a sudden, yes, it can be hard, right? Yes, it can be like, whoa, this world is too much. Like, I'm feeling too much. I'm seeing too much. But all of a sudden, you find you along the way. Like, you see that kind of like, pinhole. It's like that art that's all little pinholes, right? And then you see the light shining through, and it makes this beautiful picture, or you pull forward in it. And it's like, oh my gosh, that's revealed. And it brings us here to the Earth Star chakra, located 6 inches below our feet, and it's grounding. It's nurturing. It's nurturing us as we would a child, and it's nurturing us as we move forward. And it's saying, I need to take care of me. I need to show up for me. I need to embrace with my soul who it is that I am, and that is going to be an extraordinary thing. And that is an extraordinary thing, Sagittarius. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is the Ace of Cups reversed. Oh, interesting. Interesting that we have the King and Queen of Cups coming through, right? That beautiful, loving energy coming through so powerfully. And then we have the Ace of Cups reversed, meaning somebody's trying to corrupt the gift of our love. all right, or the gift of our love has been corrupted. We're going to have healing that we go through. The way that I see this and the way that I go through the Ace of Cups healing is through crying. That is the way my emotions express themselves. Other people express themselves differently. Other people, a lot of people cry, but some people scream. Some people scream into a pillow. Some people, need to hit a pillow. Some people need to release it physically before they can release it, like, well, I mean, crying is physical, but like ocularly, they need to release it through like their fist or their voice before they release it through their eyes, and they let themselves cry and they let their soul open. So it all depends on where you are in your journey and how your soul embraces things, how you are going to embrace this healing. But right now, this is emotional manipulation used against you. And it's like somebody corrupted your emotions or made you think that your emotions were wrong. You held onto it for a while now. And it's like, I need to be done with this. But we also need to be aware that we've kind of built a wall around our hearts through everything that we've been through in life. And it's not to say like, oh my gosh, you're so bad, you built a wall around your heart. It's like, well, that was smart. That was smart to do. Life can be very, very cruel. So just be aware of this. Because once we're aware of it, it's like almost, oh my gosh, we take that gift and we run with it like no tomorrow. Like it's like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Okay. Three of Cups, success, happiness, love, joy, laughter, beauty. It's like, oh my gosh, this is wonderful. This is this is kind of like finding the place that you belong. And it doesn't mean that you'll find that place instantaneously, but it's you're stepping into yourself. You're you're connecting with those people who love you. And that is beautiful. And if you're saying, Dane, I don't have those people, then you could be opening up pathways for those people to come in. But it's also connecting with your angels. It's also connecting with your spirit guides. And it's seeing yourself move forward towards something extraordinary. And it brings us to the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is our fire and our passion coming forward. It is a gift just for us that, yes, we don't have a wand card here. We don't have the King of Wands or the Queen of Wands, a court card of the Wands coming forward. But we do have the Ace of Wands saying this is a time where we start to realize our gifts. Do we take them instantaneously? No. We do take gifts of love instantaneously, even though we are afraid of it. That's going to feel much more natural to us. But this is a time where we're starting to get our passion back. We're starting to get our fire back. People will say it to us like, oh my gosh, your energy is just so different. It's so extraordinary. Yeah, they'll say extraordinary. Like they'll be like, it's different. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's like, but it's extraordinary. It's like, it's a brilliant thing to be able to connect with. And with the strength card, we are stronger than we realize we are, but it's not the traditional strength. Now, understand with this moon, with this time, okay? With this full moon in Sagittarius, this is a time of joy and intention. This is a time to let ourselves express and to be joyous and to let that joy into our lives. Also, the Sagittarius full moon in the Sabian symbols, okay, or Sabian symbols, I don't know exactly how to pronounce that, is that of the little child learning how to walk. And that is beautiful. I have to dive deeper. The Sabian symbols are something I have just become aware of, and they are so cool in astrology. Like it's so cool, but I have to dive deeper into it. But I thought, what a beautiful imagery, right? What a beautiful imagery of the Sagittarius full moon being that of a child learning how to walk. Which, if you're on the outside looking in, right, it's like, oh man, that's so frustrating. Like, kid, you have so long to go. It's frustrating. You stumble, you fall, you hurt yourself. It's like, you wonder, like, why don't we just give up? Because it is something that we are learning to do, and it's something that's very important to us. It shows tenacity, it shows stubbornness, it shows durability, it, it shows that we can, and we know that we can. Even though we've tumbled and fallen, and we have every reason to just give up and let somebody else carry us around our whole entire lives, we're not going to do that. And it's also this huge milestone in our development. And so the Sagittarius full moon is a huge milestone within our development. It shows us our strength. It shows us our tenacity, because nobody looks at a little baby and says, oh, wow, that baby is really strong, type of thing. Well, sometimes you do if you have a really strong kid, but you know what I'm saying. With strength, it's like the perseverance, the tenacity, the brilliance. It leads us to the Hierophant. We're starting to find the place where we belong. Like, this is going to be a time where we say, but this is me. And it doesn't matter if somebody else gets it or somebody else doesn't get it. This is me. This is what I need to be for me. This is how I need to move forward for me. I'm showing up for me. This is me. The Hierophant is the Pope in the major arcana, right? And that Pope symbolism is higher power connected with divinity, right? If you believe that, awesome. But that's like what it's showing. In medieval times, people listened to the Pope. Now, be it you can argue that and bring in the nuances, but we're not medievalists here. What we're saying is that this is a power of authority, and this is a power of structure, authority, and divine connection. And that's what we are connecting with during this time. We're going to find our way to move forward. We're going to find the knowledge that we need to be kind of soaking up at this time. Yes, we're going to be unwilling students, but my gosh, we're going to be good students, even though we're going to be like, I don't want to do this. With the Queen of Cups, this is love, this is connection, this is healing. This is the most feminine of the queens. So we're comfortable with that energy, right? This is kind of like that earth mother. Everybody wants to be the Queen of Cups. Everybody wants that energy around them or to be raised by somebody like that. But the King of Cups is the most feminine of the kings, which can be an energy that people aren't as comfortable with. And, that's okay, but it's still here. And the King of Cups is this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy of I lead by example. I lead by example. I'm not going to lead by forcing you to see what I see or live as I live or do as I do. I'm going to embrace who I am and do so. And when I look behind me, you see people following just because it's awing. It's beautiful. It's like, it's a person living in like complete integrity of self. And that is an extraordinary, beautiful thing. So you have the person here that is nurturing, and it doesn't have to be that one is male, one is female. It really doesn't matter. The cards are just king and queen. But seriously, spirit is for me, when I connect with spirit, it's not black and white. So here it's that nurturing, loving energy, and it's that energy that leads by example, that shows something so extraordinary that you can't help but turn your head and be like kind of marvel in that energy. So just being aware of this during this time is going to be a very big thing for us. The Page of Pentacles. We need to be students of planting our seeds again, of saying, what is it that I want to build? What is it that I want to grow? What is it that I want to create? The Page of Pentacles comes in and says, it's time to explore, even though we don't really want to. Our subconscious spirit message is radiant reversed. We need to let ourselves shine. Is that going to be easy for us? No, it's not. We're going to be like, yeah, you know what? It's okay. I can do that later. But spirit is really saying here, let yourself shine. But we're going to have a hard time with it. And even this full moon, we can just be so busy that it's like, oh, you know what, right? We have like 3 days of the full moon being very bright within the sky, and we can feel like we miss it. We can feel like, wow, this full moon happened. It was supposed to be so great, and I missed it. I missed it all. Don't think the energy didn't connect with you. And don't think you weren't connected with the celestial happenings, because we are. This moon is also deeply connected with Neptune. And this is going to be a time where we see our dreams coming forward. We see ourselves connecting. We see ourselves, developing more and more, ripping down barriers, saying, why can't I do this? Why not take this shot? Why not take this leap of faith? Like, it's like, I got to go for it now. It moves us to our chakra energy. And this is grounding. This is the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below our feet. It is grounding ourselves. It is rooting ourselves. It is knowing ourselves. And it is feeding and nourishing us in the way that we need to be fed and nourished. When we are grounded, we know our worth. We do. We know our worth. We know what we desire. Our roots are strong. When we're not grounded, it's like, it's like the roots are rotting. We can be felled very easily. So just be aware of this. It moves us to our energy to be mindful of. And this is the Emperor energy. This is the Lord energy. And again, the Emperor energy, this is Aries energy, right? But the Emperor energy, when it comes in, and it's like, hey, be mindful about this. This is a tyrannical ruler. This is my way or the highway. This is, you will do it just like this. And our sentiment is going to be, why? Now, if this is us, we need to be mindful of being a tyrant. It's just not going to fit well within us. It's going to feel something that it's going to feel wrong. It's going to feel like, a pair of shoes that pinch your toes type of deal. Or it's just going to be like spirit is talking to you and you're like, oh, I don't understand why spirit is saying this isn't right for me. And yet it has to be right for me. I demand it to be right for me. So just be aware of this during this time. It moves us then to the Queen of Pentacles, reverse, Earth sign energy again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I always see Earth sign energy, right? King and Queen as just for success. See yourself as prosperous. Look at what you're nurturing. Look at what you're developing. And this can be a time where we just see people taking and taking from us. And we feel haggard. We feel overwhelmed. We feel drained. And we have to be honest with ourselves and be like, okay, Now it's time for me to take care of me. I've been taking care of everything, everyone else, or we can have somebody in our life like this that's greatly affecting us, and we need to kind of, you know, we need to help this person if this is somebody else, right? Step in and help lift the load off their shoulders. And it's to move us towards prosperity and success and bounty. And that's going to be really important. But remember, dress for success. Like, I know it sounds very, very vain, but dress in a way that makes you feel prosperous, that makes you feel like successful, bountiful, beautiful, and then just own it. Don't do, during this moon, Sagittarius, don't do anything for everybody else. Like, if you're like, oh, they'll like the way I dress here, or they'll like what I'm doing there, or they'll be so happy if I do this. It's like, do it for you, and then just absolutely own who you are. It's like, I'm doing this for me, and just let yourself shine. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take it. Oh, and please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and harmony, Sagittarius. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless, and have a blessed moon. Bye.